You know, I have been fortunate enough in my life to not have seen any of these Chipmunk movies.
You son of a bitch.
I know.
I've seen every last one of them.
Yeah, wait.
This is not fair at all.
Do you mean fortunate enough or clever enough?
I'm going to say fortunate enough, man, because I did not...
It's nice to be the king, isn't it?
I did not avoid these on purpose. It just so happened I had things to do.
You know no one believes you. You could come with notarized photographic evidence and we'd still go, bullshit.
No, come on, man. Now, give me some credit. I think I was wiping my ass that day or something.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can give you some credit, but I don't know about the rest of you guys, and I don't even know why they keep making these, because every time I tend to take a shit in the toilet and I flush in the toilet, that toilet bowl becomes animated, and it looks like the entire cast of this movie. And every time I see a trailer, it looks just like the shit I just put in the toilet.
Well, that's only because you keep wiping your ass with chipmunks.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with it.
He's that joke where he looks at Chipmunk and says, "Do you have a problem with shit clinging to your fur?"
And the chipmunk goes, "No, not again."
And then he picks up the chipmunk and wipes his ass with it.
I think that's why Alvin started to dress up like Young MC. So he wouldn't get mistaken for toilet paper again.
I can't stand Alvin, man. That's the thing. I have not seen one of these movies, and I hate Alvin. Alvin, I look at these posters for these movies, and that son of a bitch just mocks me, man. Look at him right now. I mean, he's sitting up there with his shades on, his hat cocked to the side. He's doing the Fonzie thing. Hey,
right. He always tends to, for me at least, mock urban America, and I just don't like that.
I don't know. It's like a little bit of like rodent racism going on there. I don't know
At this point, it's like part 3, so shouldn't the subtitle be like, "This time it's personal"? Because I tell you, it kind of feels personal at this point. I feel like every time I look at that poster, is Alvin like taking off his glasses and looking at me and going, "This one's for you, Simon."
You know what? It does feel personal, because I look at him right now and he's looking at me like, "Hey, I just fucked your girlfriend. Hey, ain't shit you can do about it." I'm just
Boy,
like,
we just got a picture of how different our minds are.
yes, they are. Apparently, it's a little more personal to me.
Seriously, man, for you to sit there and actually get mad at a computer animated squirrel, I mean, is it because you drew Eddie for so long?
No, he's right. He should be mad at the squirrel. I'm sorry. That squirrel needs to die.
I mean, it's to the point where I think I'm so upset now, because it was Alvin would make me mad. And those two motherfuckers hanging out with him too, they're not as bad, but since they are with him, I just don't like them.
Simon and Theodore.
Simon and Theodore, just hate, I just hate them by association.
Well, Theodore, they're enablers. I mean, he does all this shit, and they just go like, "Oh, there he goes again."
Yeah, they allowed him to get away with this shit right here.
You haven't even had to suffer, though. I don't even understand.
That's the thing.
Imagine how old Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Imagine how suffered. You've not been through the Chimpencost like we have.
Well, imagine how upset I would be if I actually had to go see one of these movies. And this is one that's making me upset, because it's gotten to the point now where the animals themselves aren't enough. They got to piss you off with the title. Yeah. You know, the Squeakquel got it. I don't know. I thought that was kind of cute. I let that was like.
That's how it starts.
As terrible title puns go, it's not the worst one ever.
Yeah,
that's when evil flourishes, when good men and dumbasses like you do nothing.
This coming from the pun hater. Let's keep in mind.
I did something. I didn't go to the last 2 movies, but
and I'm thinking somehow you're gonna have a trip scheduled for Christmas and miss this one as well.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna work.
It's gonna be shit wrecked.
It is the holidays, my mother is at home alone. I need to be there for her. But
I see.
Your hair looks kind of dirty. You might need to wash it.
Well, my ass is kind of. I think I might need to wipe my ass again this holiday season.
Because you might want to give him a chipmunk.
But you know what? I look at this and I'm like, this. The reason why this pisses me off is because you can see that this is truly. I'm just going to take a guess. I haven't seen the movie, but this is a case where they thought of the title before the movie was even done. Like somebody came in and said, "Hey, what if the Chipmunks got shipwrecked?" And somebody like, "I don't know about that." No, but wait a minute, we got a title in there. They're not just shipwrecked; they're chipmunks, so therefore they're chipwrecked. Now, where you and I would slap the shit out of somebody who said that. Somebody wrote a check and said
like, "That's you got the goods." Kid.
Yeah, somebody wrote a check and said, "Oh hell yes, the Chipmunks at it again."
I don't know. I picture it more like the executive sitting there on his computer playing solitaire, and you see a little wisp of his soul burned away as he says, "You know what? Whatever."
No, I think his soul burned away after the first one. This is the third movie in the Chipmunk trilogy. I can't even do it.
Chipology, what I don't know what you call it.
At
But
this point, we have a right to have a chip on our shoulder about this series. To be
Jesus.
perfectly honest,
See,
you know, you just made the 4th movie right there. You know, you did that. You son of a bitch.
Are you sure you're not naming these? Are you sure you're not naming these fucking movies?
See, if the 4th one is a revenge film, though, I'm all for that.
And you talk about dumbasses like me causing evil. There's your evil over there.
which you caused. You kept taunting him with openings for puns.
That's very
he
true.
resisted for a long time.
That's very
Finally,
true.
He can hold back.
Thank you
no
for
more.
understanding, Leon.
I tell you, man. The thing you got to look about these movies is that have we had screenings for these before?
Yes.
Okay.
For both
I
of
don't.
them.
Well, really?
The rest of us were there.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
we were there.
These
We
movies.
suffered.
Early on Saturday mornings, in fact.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. All right. Okay. That goes. That
I was sleeping.
I was hungover. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I was too, but I was there.
That's your fault.
I look at these movies, man, and they're successful. I mean, there's a reason why they keep making them, and it's so funny because these movies, they are everything that people make fun of, like talking animal movies, whether it be CG or whether it be TV shows. This is what they make fun of these movies and these TV shows for, because they say, you know, they get some executive in a room and they say, you know what, these animals, it's just cute enough that they're talking, but they got to relate to the kids. You know, let's, as we always say, let's put a hoodie on them. You know, let's put a mic in their hand, and the kids, you know, they love that hip hop. Let's have them do some rap covers, and you know, all the Chipettes. Let's have them do some of that Beyonce stuff, some Chipette moves.
It's very much like what they did on The Simpsons with Poochie. It's like, let's take Alvin, but now he's in your face. He's extreme.
Yet they
and,
always-
and he's hip.
Well,
They're
that was
always
a joke.
extreme and hip for kids 10 years ago.
Exactly.
They're never like
Yeah.
current extreme and hip. You know, I'm surprised they're not carrying around boom boxes on their shoulders.
that's what puzzles
that's
me,
a
yeah.
10-year-old joke. And the thing is, when the Simpsons were making fun of that, there was a good reason for it 10 years ago. But the shocking thing is, 10 years later, they're still making this shit. I mean, it doesn't stop.
And
you know?
apparently-
idiocracy
Yeah.
continues to happen.
And the kids don't learn. I mean, we're thinking
kids
like
are stupid.
we're giving
I mean,
these
why
kids
would-
like we're saying, hey, you know, these kids they're hipper than this. They know better. And it's like
They do not know better.
No, they eat this shit
With
right
the really, really, really young kids, you know, it's a given. They're going to eat up almost anything that's given to them. If it's cute, it's colorful, it's fast moving, fine. We all like some total fucking shit when we were like 4, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
you don't know any better.
No.
But if you're 12, 13, and you're still like, man, Chipwrecked is going to be off the hook, you know?
But they
then
do.
Then you probably have some sort of mental
they
disability.
do like
if
that.
you're still using yo, you got a mental deficiency.
True.
No, I remember like the kids. It is kids who are like 13, 14. I knew like teachers who taught middle school, and the kids love fucking they love the Chipmunks, man. And it is because urban kids can relate to them, you know, being decked out in gold chains and being off street as about as street as a fucking rat can be. And it reminds me of that time when they took Bugs Bunny and the Tasmanian Devil and Daffy Duck and start putting them on T-shirts, and then they put them in like sneakers and gold chains and had them like
and
at the
had you animate a movie.
no, they were playing basketball now. That's before. This is the early '90s for you kids who don't know.
Yeah,
There
when
was
they had the Black Simpsons shirts and everything.
yeah, they
too,
had
the
all that
Bart
stuff.
Simpson
But at the
and
time, there was
Gangsta
like
V.
a couple of kids called Crisscross.
Yeah.
and their big thing was they put their shirts and their jeans on backwards and
And they make you jump.
and they make it jump
Jump,
and,
jump.
and they
Uh-huh,
put
uh-huh.
Bugs Bunny and the Tasmanian Devil dressed up like crisscross. They had fucking braided hair, and 13, 14, 15-year-old kids ate that shit up, man.
Yeah.
So when you put your jeans on backwards, do you unzip the fly to take a shit?
Yeah.
You know what fails to entertain me? That like gangster
how it
culture has given us the most impractical for running from the cops clothing of all time. I don't get it. It's like your pants on backwards. That can't be easier. You got like your clothes covered with shiny shit that'll show up at night.
Hey, Cyrus, that's why they encourage the jump part, because you had to jump your ass away from the fucking
your pants
cops.
back
I know. It's like your pants down on your knees. Someone was like, "Oh, they just slipped their pants off." I was like, "You ever try and slip your pants off over $150 shoes?" I don't think so.
But see, here's the thing. Well, like you said, the kids are going to flock to this, especially the little ones. They got to have something. They like it. You know, you almost can't get mad at them because you know they'll grow out of it. Who I get mad at is not even Alvin. It's fucking Jason Lee. His ass showing up in these things. I mean, even for what it is, he's sleepwalking through it. You could see it's not even like simply that he doesn't want to be there. It's like he doesn't know what he's supposed to do. So he's not even playing into it, to the point that with the second movie, he didn't even show up.
Leon, I'm sure that's
like,
a
"Let Chuck
nice
do it."
fucking check, dude. I'm sure that's a really nice check.
But when he did the first
right
one,
around the holidays,
when he did the first one, he had no way of knowing that was going to pay off. He just did it because it was a check. It was not even because it's a big check. Well, yeah, maybe he's back now for the third one because he's like, wow, the second one really took off. I better come back. All right, Zach.